excited! I saw you beat up those thieves and I knew you were the one! The one who could help me save my dad. My name's Daljin. My dad is the manager of the granary, and he hasn't come back. I mean, he usually does. He usually comes back to the square to have lunch with me, but he hasn't come back. It's been hours. I'm so worried. I mean, if the Lumang struck here, what if they struck the granary too? I just know something's wrong, and no one will listen to me because I'm just a kid. Will you please go check to see if my dad's okay? What? No! Please, you're the only one who can do something. No one else is strong enough to beat up the Lumang. I need you. Oh, what am I gonna do? My dad might be gone forever. I want my daddy back.
Can't believe this is our assignment.
Well, look who it is. Don't expect me to act glad to see you. Well, you've changed. Your chi, it's darker. I like that. I have to say it suits you. Cute. Your path. So you finally realize that revenge is your true motivation. I guess we have something in common now. The Taoist capital? Of course not. Look around you. Does it look like anyone has found a way in? The Lumang Syndicate's raids have shut Zaiwei down. Huh. I guess great power doesn't come with great smarts. Running up to the gates would be suicide. You'd have every Taoist soldier in Zaiwei on you in minutes. Well, of course there is. You just have to take down Yunsang. The Lumang Syndicate is powerful, but it's because Yunsang is a strong leader. Without him, the Lumang are just common thieves. If Yuchun is able to arrest Yunsang, the Lumang will fall back. Without their raids, there would be no reason for the gates to be closed. You could enter Zaiwei freely. You'll have to wait your turn. I'm looking for him. Yuchun's looking for him. Now you're looking for him. Of course not. Do you think I'd be sitting here drinking if I knew? I came here to listen for rumors, but I haven't heard any. Granny knows something, but she won't tell me. Why don't you be useful and ask her? Why are you boys hanging around? Don't you have something better?
I don't care.
Are you here for the
This stuff is great!
I heard it too. Are they invading?
We should get out of here.
Good, good. Just let old Granny tally up the numbers. I saw you chatting it up with them like fucking buddies, and you have the fucking nerve to say that to me? Do you know how much that woman is drunk? Hoodlums, dressing all fancy and acting like they fucking own the place. Same as every other dolled up out of the city. Well, if you're not here for the tab, then order something to eat or get lost. I don't have time to babysit moochers. Do I look like a tour guide to you? Stupid travelers. What did you want to know? The leader of the Lumang Syndicate? Him and his cronies rampage through here every other week, raiding and stealing whatever's not nailed down. They may have gotten run off earlier, but they'll be back sure as They're probably making a hit on the granary up the road. Watch your mouth. If you're so worked up about the granary, do something about it. Not.
The Taoist soldiers will protect us, right?
Daljin, your father is fine.
I want my daddy back.
Daljin, your father is fine.
I want my daddy back.
is fine.
Don't be nice to me if you're not going to help. It's okay. I know it's not your business. I'm just worried about my dad. You will? Okay. The granary is just west of the village. Could you please make sure my dad's not in trouble? When he didn't come back for lunch, I knew something was wrong. He always comes back. I hope that the Lumang haven't gotten him. Please hurry. It's been such a long time. I don't know what I'd do without him. I want...
Reason to worry. The Lumang have their mind set on storming Zyway. They know they wouldn't survive a head-on assault, so they're trying other tactics, like trying to starve us out. If the Lumang have control of the granary, they have control of Zyway's food supply. We could be facing mass starvation. No, Yunsang rules from afar. Yu-chun, of course, is chasing him with most of the Talus army, so we're left to deal with Yunsang's enforcers. Perhaps, if they were high enough on the chain of command. Doran, for instance, is one of his highest-level enforcers. I'd hate to see what he would do to the granary. And if anyone had news of Yunsang, it would be him. Thank you. The granary is on the road northwest of here. And please be on the lookout for Sopal, Daljin's father.
I want my daddy back!
You there. I need your help. Thank goodness you came along when you did, warrior.
Your friend
My
has
granary
connected
has
to
been
the
attacked.
server.
Yunsang's enforcer, Doran. He just rolled in and started taking villagers hostage. And he has bombs. Everything's on fire. I must go find help. I'm a manager, not a fighter. Delton, did my daughter send you? She's a smart girl. I'm glad she thought to send help. You are going to help, right? I can't offer much in return. Maybe a job at the granary. Yunsang of the Lumang Syndicate? You must be really skilled if you're going up against him. I see what you're up to. You want to ask Doran about Yunsang. Clever. If you want my help, you'll have to save the Grand Harvest Militia, too. I'm not a great fighter, but I'm the granary manager, and I know my way around. The militia is being held in one of the storage warehouses. I'm sure you're very skilled, but the two of us against that many Lumang? We'll need their help anyway. What do you say? Great. I'd feel terrible if I didn't help the villagers. When the militia is free, we can go and face Doran. Hopefully he has the information you need. Then let's go. Over here! Quick! Let's go rescue the militia first. We're going to need their help to fight the Lumang. Then we'll find the villagers. Are you ready? Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Hurry! We'd better be quick. I'll release these two. You go help the ones in back. Are you okay? Good. We need your help. Keep the Lumang out and rescue villagers. I hope we're not too late. No, we're too late. No one could have survived this fire. Those damn Lumang. Come with me. Maybe there are still some villagers alive. I see them. Go to the well and get a bucket of water. Douse the flames. about him? No wonder you're so eager. The man is crazy. Doran takes pleasure in flames, smoke, and destruction. And he relies on his bombs in combat. You should destroy the rest of his bombs so he can't use them against you. I'll make sure the Lumang don't interfere. This way! Grab a bomb and lob it at that cache. Thank you. I will gather additional guards. Be safe.
How dare you interrupt me? I don't have time for a fool like you. Never betray Yunsang. Feel the loving embrace of fire and watching you.
He just blow himself up. I guess you're not getting any information out of him, are you? Well, I'm sure someone knows where Yunsang is. Keep following the Lumang, and you're sure to find him. I'm sorry you didn't find anything, but it was lucky you came along when you did. I told you, she must have gotten worried when I didn't show up for lunch. Now I feel really bad. Is there really not anything I can do for you? I'm sorry. I really don't have any information on Yunsang. But I guess I could help you try to figure out where to look first. I've got two ideas. The first is going to sound crazy. There have been a lot of kidnappings lately, and there's a rumor going around that there's a mad machinist in a cave north of here. Supposedly, it's some sort of tainted lab, but I think it's the Lumang. The simplest explanation is usually correct, right? I'd be ready for anything, though, if you went up there. The second is that the Lumang have stolen a lot of grain, and grain is heavy and spills easily. They'd have to use carts to take it back to their lair. You go check out that tainted lab, and I'll go see if I can find traces of the Lumang moving out grain.
Don't make me say it again. I don't have time for this.
Damn you, Dongwon!
Let's see what else you can do.
I won't let you do whatever you want.
These will make good test subjects, or at least spare parts.
This isn't going to be easy.
My minions aren't running up to spare. Behold my creation.
He's spitting in the face of the natural order.
Okay, this has been entirely unpleasant. Dongwon out.
I hate it here. Is that scary man gone? Is it over? Thank you. When those weird machines grabbed me, I thought I was done for. Why did they take me here? You're probably right. Can I go home now?
Did you find anything? You were gone so long, I thought you got what you needed and left. I guess not. It wasn't the Lumang? Li Dongwon. I'd heard his name whispered at Granny's Inn, but I dismissed the stories of automatons and demons as tall tales. To hear you say they were true is troubling. Yes, I can finally help you for a change. The cart's trail ended in front of a large encampment. That may be their new Lumang stronghold. And from what I've heard, Maung San, another of Yunsang's enforcers, is there. Maung San may have the information
Mining
we need,
is complete.
but there's a
We
complication.
haven't left a single soul
going to have to
stone
ask
for
a
the
favor of
Crimson
you again.
Losers.
The
Let's
Lumang
withdraw
dragged off
for
some
now.
villagers with the grain.
We got all we
If
could
you
get
go
here.
there, please help
All
them.
withdraw. The Crimson Legion
I
can
need
cry
your help.
about it later.
A dynamic quest has begun.
Are you rescuing me? The heavens bless you, warrior. I thought no one was coming for me. When I was dragged away, I assumed everyone else was dead. Maung San? You mean Yunsang's enforcer? He's here, but I don't know where he is. But I know someone who might. A Talus patroller tried to save me from the Lumang as they dragged me and some others here. But there were too many Lumang. He's imprisoned in the stronghold as well. If he patrols this area, he probably knows his way around the camp and where Maung San is. I haven't a clue. The granary attack, the fire, our kidnapping, it's all a blur. I'm sorry I'm not more helpful. If you could get a better look at the stronghold... let me think. I remember. Watchtowers. There are watchtowers all over the stronghold. If you could get up on top of one, you could see all around the camp and find the Talus patroller. It'd also make it easier for you to take the Lumang by surprise. Good. I'm glad I could help. Oh, and one last thing, warrior. We weren't the only ones kidnapped. If you see any other villagers, please help them.
You're lucky not to be in my place, warrior. I tried to rescue some Grand Harvest villagers from the Lumang, and was put in shackles for my trouble. I'm impressed you got this far. I guess you haven't run into Yunsang yet. I don't know for sure. He and his pets only appear when there's trouble. I've patrolled this area for months, and I've never seen him wandering around. But I've never gotten a good look at the Lumang's den, which is very heavily guarded. That may be where he spends his time. Well, if you're dead set on visiting the spirit realm, go ahead. I'm filing a report. Maybe then the Talus will do something about the Lumang stronghold.
Why would you do this? Who are you? Why would you kill my babies? Yunsang, you expect me to tell you after you murdered my children? Never. I am as loyal to him as my animals were to me. I'd rather die. Fiends take you, you cur!
What in the... Why are... A patroller reported that Yunsang was in the Lumang Den and that Doran had been bested. Don't tell me you were the one who subdued Doran. And now you've taken down Yunsang. Look, I appreciate busting skulls as much as the next guy, but capturing Yunsang is my business, and it's up to me to interrogate this prisoner. At the end of the day, you're a civilian. I know you wanted to Zaiwei, but that's only gonna happen if I capture Yunsang, not before. Listen, just peacefully hand over Yunsang, and I'll pass on any information he gives us. Fair? Hey, my hands are tied in all of this. I heard what you did at the granary. You're fighting for good, and that's a rare thing. But I can't exactly hand out a ribbon and the key to the city. Regardless, you have my thanks. And speaking of thanks, Mayor Ipyong of Grand Harvest Square wants to talk to you. You should go and see him. We'll mop up here while you head to the village. And try not to beat anybody up on your way there. More paperwork from me. Check to see if that one is dead.
I have grave news, warrior.
You big bully! Get away from me! I'm not letting you have my
Give me
dog.
your dog.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry.
I
I want to be a
own
member of the
bodyguard.
House Society one day. I was just practicing.
You got here at just the right time, warrior. He's always been a bully. Thinks he's gonna be a Hao. They're a bad gang in Zaiwei. If you'd been just a minute later, I would have had to give him a busted lip. The crying usually works, but he's been an extra big creep lately. And what was he saying? Something about Yunsang being in the House Society? That's a new one. I never heard him say that. I don't know. I've heard other people say that, I guess. I guess you could ask the mayor when he comes back. Yeah, he should be back in a minute. Oh, there he is. Hi, Mayor Ipyong. And thank you for finding my father. We got to have a late lunch and everything.
There you are, warrior. I
I'll
hope
let you
you've come
grown-ups talk. Bye now.
Sopong and Daljin have both told of your bravery and generosity. You have been a great help to us, more helpful than the Talus army at any rate. And Sopong told me that you defeated Doran and Yunsang in your quest to find information on Yunsang. Is that true? Heavens bless you, what a feat. Did you find any information on Yunsang? That is most unfortunate, and I have nothing to tell you. If there weren't so many people injured here, both militia and villagers, I'd be able to help you more with information. In fact, we need medicine very desperately. With the supply lines disrupted by the Lumang, our provisions are dwindling. I have taken this up with Yuchun, but he seems to think we can make do with what we have. He has no regard for our circumstances. Which brings me to this. Yuchun is looking for Yunsang and has all the resources of the Talus army behind him. If you bring us the medicine, I'll make note of his movements. Splendid. The medicine that we need is called the Tricolor Pellet and can only be found in Plog Sanctum, which is east of here. When you get there, find Han Yun. He will know what you're looking for.
I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I've been working so hard out here. Oh, did you bring me more rainbow plants? Great. Now I have to make more tricolor pellets. And I was gonna write a sonnet. Ha, no. That's just what Han Young tells everyone so he can drive up the price. I just take these weeds to a mill and grind them up. It's really hard work, and it's so hot here. But at least he pays me, and the frogs are good company.
I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Han Young? Were you able to get the pellets from Han Young? Very good. I will get these to our doctors at once. What did he ask for them? Oh, never mind. I shouldn't ask such things. But you haggled with him, right? Never mind. Don't worry. The lives of the villagers are my first priority. You've done us a great service. And I have some information for you. I saw Yu Chun run into his office waving an official report around. You should listen in, or get the report. Quickly,
a clan
warrior,
member
before
has
it's too late.
connected to the server.
Huh? What do you want? When we finish interrogating Yunsang, you'll be the first to know. I don't have anything concrete, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. I need evidence. I'm under orders from the Emperor himself not to divulge information that could compromise our efforts to capture Yunsang. You tend to follow those kinds of orders, or wind up with an iron ball around your ankle. I think we're done here. Once Yunsang is in custody, we'll grab a beer. Hell, we'll grab the entire barrel. Let's go.
You have acquired a new quest item.
We've sighted the subject. Meet Dosun at the forward base camp.
Huh? Who are you? I'm sorry, I don't have time for you. I'm meeting someone important. I believe you are mistaken. I've never seen you before in my life. What? This is vital intelligence on a project that he is responsible for, and he sends some lackey to do his job? Well, neither do I, but how do I know you're not from the Lumang Syndicate? What if you're in the Skyhaven Resistance?
Crimson Legion thug.
I won't lose to a cerulean goon.
Okay, last chance. Charge! Get the Soul Stones!
That's more like it. Seize the Soul Stones!
What kept you so long, you stupid hunk of junk?
Finally, we have the Soul Stones. Let's see. This may take longer than I thought.
Have you done what I asked? You must truly be a highly skilled warrior, and most certainly one of Yu-Chun's assistants. I sent a letter to Yu-Chun because I had heard rumors of Yunsang's sightings all over the Sky Petal Plains. He's been seen at the Lumang Stronghold, the Lumang Den, the Soulstone Plains, the Plog Sanctum, and the secret criminal hideout the How call just a cave. I bet they think they're very funny thinking that one up. Yes, the How think they're very clever. It's their secret site where they meet to gamble and carouse. It's not a well-kept secret, and I doubt he would be there. Oh, I would start at the Lumang Stronghold and Lumang Den. That makes the most sense. I mean, what are the odds he's in just a cave? Yunsang's not really the type, I don't think. And it would be very public.
try again later. Please try again later. Please try again. Please try again later. Please try again later.
Peace.
Who dares interrupt our fun? What are you doing here? Do you have something against drinking and gambling? Do I look like Yunsang? Do they look like Yunsang? Yunsang's not here. And why would he be? This is a house society establishment. He's Lu Meng. Well, I guess he may have come around once or twice. Fine, you're right. Yunsang's here all the time. In fact, he's here now. But I can't just let you see him. Yunsang's a betting man, and so am I. How about a friendly wager? If you win, I'll let you meet with him. What do you say? What? You're no fun. No fun at all. Well, I can make this not fun. If you don't play along, I'll execute these prisoners I have here. They have all defaulted on loans or owe money to the House Society. They're no use to me. Might as well use them in a game. Just a little game of skill. Let me get my pot dog friends out here to help me. Heel, boys! The game is this. You can't find the pot dog I'm pointing out to you again. Look for this one, Blue Town. Now, they will all change places. They're very quick. Pick the jar you think has Blue Tao in it, but be careful. Mistakes are costly.
Do you think the warrior will notice?
You mean that you had to get a new jar?
Quiet! It'll work. Just act natural. Why is one jar different? Blue Tao?
I'm sorry. I broke it.
Find someone with the same color jar.
Let me help. Let me help.
Goofy.
We can do this.
Never trust. You've ruined the game. Get out of here. Never trust a
Wait, you guys
hot
getting
dog.
paid?
Sorry, Brain, you're too tall.
That was not fair. My hot dogs were clearly not up to the task. I can't believe they've embarrassed me like this. I'm going to fire them all. No more treats for them. But you're right. We had a deal. I will call him for you. Are you sure you want to do this? Really? Because he's the strongest warrior I have ever had the pleasure of working with. If you plan on turning him in, good luck. He won't go quietly. Bring Yunsang, the king of thieves. Yunsang will be here soon. Are you sure you don't want to run?
You think you can come in here and disturb my rest? I'll teach you a lesson.
You didn't see that, did you?
I, Yunsang, am the fire. The fire that burns.
Before I descend upon you. Let's not be hasty now. We can call a truce, right? Just a fake. Dokichan hired me.
Don't hurt me. I'm not Yunsang, okay? Get off me! Do-Ki-chung paid me to talk and act like him. The real Yunsang didn't want to be
biscuits
found.
or any of you.
Fight!
finally found you, Yunsang! Show yourself! What? Was our information wrong?
First the pot dogs, then that idiot Yunsang double, and now Du-chan?
Bring it on, Dokichan! Or don't you have the guts?
Have mercy.
My timing could use some work. Intelligence Officer Dosun tells me you pose as one of my assistants to get info out of him. You realize that impersonating an officer amounts to treason? I should slap the irons on you. But I probably would have done the same thing, so I'll let it go. Now who the hell is this? A double? Didn't expect that one. The Hao and Lu Meng must be working together. I'm guessing the Lu Meng paid the Hao to prop this numbskull up and throw us off the trail. Damn! And just when I thought we had Yunsang in our grasp. I'll follow him to the Dark Realm if I have to. And now I have to go file a report that Yunsang is still at large. Do you realize how many times I've had to do that? Now why don't you take the Hao's prisoners back to Grand Harvest? We can't just leave them here. Well, we could, but nah.
I'm scared. You saved my life. I'm scared.
What the are you doing here? You did pull my old bacon out of the fire. I figured I was done for when those Hao bums snatched me up for not paying protection money. You should have seen me back in my heyday. If I were 30 years younger, I would have kicked the out of those. Anyways, I know you were just looking for Yunsang, but I appreciate the help all the same. I did come across a bit of info in the meantime. Come on back to my inn and we'll talk there. This dank old dungeon isn't doing me any good. Straight, don't you dawdle now, dearie. At my age, I might up and die before you get there. Let's get out of here already. You have to tell me twice.
I don't
There's
care
the
how
hero.
much you cost.
What took you so long? You should be ashamed letting a shaky old lady like me beat you here. Since you took so long, I had time to prepare lunch. Go on, have some. It's on the house. Ungrateful little try and be nice, and this is the thanks I get. Brat. If you don't want it, go serve it to those paying customers instead. Then talk to my waiter. He's the one with your precious information.
Me too.
I'm so hungry.
All we have
Excuse
is
me, warrior. I couldn't help. So you're the one who rescued Granny? Thanks. She may seem a little rough, but she's really got a soft heart. And I know you didn't want food, but if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. You mean the Yes Man boss? Yeah, she left here in a hurry after she overheard a Zeraxi talking about a job. A lot of the Zeraxi are mercenaries. This one had been hired to kidnap young women. It made him so upset he turned it down. Yeah, it was really weird. And when Jewel heard him, she sobered up real quick and left. Hopefully she's gone to go bash the person responsible's head in, and it was probably the Lumang. I've heard they do stuff like that. I think the Yes Men have a base at Rural Outfitters. Rural Outfitters is east of here. Good luck.
If Jewel were here, she'd make you sorry. I may not have the skills to best you, but wait until Yes Ma'am Jewel gets back. Why would I tell you that? Are you going to hurt her? What? Okay, I'll tell you what you want to know. Jewel just left. She was in a really big hurry. She doesn't always tell us where she's going, but she did have a map to the Beast Bog. If you want to find her, try there.
A dynamic quest has begun.
You have acquired a new quest item.
right times, warrior. I was out picking flowers with my friend Jimpo. You know Jimpo, the boy that was bullying me? He's okay, he just gets carried away. Anyway, we were just playing when these Araxi picked me up and dragged me into the beast bog. Yunsang was here and he looked at me and said, "No, she is not my songbird," and then left. I don't know. Some girl that looks like me, I guess. When he left, the Zaraxi just kind of left us here. Let me try to remember. Oh, he went that way. I think he ran into someone, too. I heard fighting, I think. Yeah, I will. This place gives me the creeps anyway. I'll make sure all of us get home safely. Thank you.
Jewel.
Yunsang? Why? Beat it. It's personal. Why do you think I would tell you? Now go! You have a chance to catch up with him. My wounds are on fire. I've been poisoned. The brigands of the Beast Bog. Thank you. Looks like you're doing something helpful for once, huh? I guess we could work together. Even though you made a huge mess of my life in the Cinderland. Get me the antidote, and I'll tell you all about Yunsang.
A clan
I have just
member
enough
has
energy to
connected
win
to the
stride back
server.
to Rural Outfitters. I'll wait for you there.
Wake up, ma'am! Please! It's a miracle! Thank the heavens!
Where am I? I'm back in Rural Outfitters? The last thing I remember. Oh, it's you. Whenever something terrible happens, there you are. I suppose I owe you my life or something. That's right. You saved me to get information on Yunsang. Well, at least you're not pulling any punches. Let's just say Yunsang and I have a history. We were very much alike, Yunsang and I. Both of us are born leaders. We have very little patience for petty rules, and we are two of the best warriors this realm has ever seen. The bond between us was strong. We were, maybe are, very much in love. But even so, he kept his daughter a secret from me. That brute, all his poetic nonsense, and he had a child and probably another life that he never told me about? He was lying the whole time, and why? Why did he think I would care? Perhaps, but even so, I can't stand between the love of a father and his daughter. In my anger, I tried to drive the Lumang from the Cinderlands. I lost my eye for my trouble. Curse him! And after all that, he loses her. He must be frantic if he's resorting to kidnapping girls to find her. Yunwa was his daughter? Then, no. He has left me to die twice. I will have his head. This is confusing. I must have time to think. I'd wish you good luck,
I'll go
but I
with
kind
you.
of hope he kills you.
You're here. Let's talk. I appreciate it. I don't love involving a citizen in this, but I don't have to expand our manhunt. I made a request to the Emperor for more soldiers. Fat lot of good that's done me lately, so I can't make any promises. In the meantime, keep a vigil over Grand Harvest Square. Yunsang tucked tail and ran, sure, but that doesn't mean the Lumang Syndicate is any less dangerous. I do have some debatably good news in all of this. Jan Wong, the guard incapacitated by Yunsang, has been cleared to return to duty. He insisted on coming to thank you personally. Frankly, he was a little too eager. I told him to calm the hell down and wait his turn. I'll return to Zyway for the time being. We'll meet again.
Warrior, hello! I'm glad that I ran into you again, my courageous friend. I thank you for saving me and my guards. And you've got quite a reputation here now. I've heard that you not only help the soldiers of Golden Harvest, but also our children and even the mayor. Yes, I heard that from you, Chun. I also heard that you've been getting ahead of him. Is there something that you know that he doesn't? If you do, I respectfully demand that you tell me. Yunsang has repeatedly attacked our town, killed my guards, and even plundered our granary. If you know anything that would give us an edge. His daughter? That animal of a man has a daughter? This is very useful information. The kidnappings. It all makes sense now. He thinks one of those girls could be his daughter. And that's his weakness. Well done, warrior. I think that we've had a breakthrough. I now see how we can win against Yunsang. If we find him, I will give you the credit. I'll let you know when I've made all the necessary preparations. Find me in Grand Harvest Square, warrior.
I have grave news, warrior.
pigeon post. Now we wait. I'm sorry I left so abruptly, warrior, but what you said gave me a very good idea. Yes, Yunsang is kidnapping young women and terrorizing Zaiwei for one reason, to find his daughter. So why don't we give her to him? You look confused. Of course, we don't have his real daughter. Yunsang's daughter has apparently been gone for so long that he no longer knows her at first glance. Otherwise, he would not be kidnapping random girls. Nonsense! What could go wrong? We just find a girl just like the ones he's kidnapped. We disguise her, and we pretend that she is Yunhua. Yunsang will come running. And I know the perfect girl to play the part. Daljin. She's a brave girl, and her father, Sopong, has agreed to let her do it. Your fear is unwarranted. Yunsang hasn't harmed any of the girls he has kidnapped. There's no reason to think that he would harm Daljin now. What? Do you think we would purposely endanger her life? No matter. The plan is already in motion. If you want to help, meet me at Rule Outfitters. Attention! We have captured the wayward Yunhua, heiress to the Lu Meng Syndicate. She will be tried and summarily executed. So, did you come to see me triumph over Yunsang? Yu Cheng will be here any minute to see my master plan in action. Like the hells I don't. He has torn apart Grand Harvest many times over, and I've been the only one left to pull it back together. No more! It ends now! We find Yunhua guilty of treason and sentence her to immediate
Say hello to Jyansei. I've come to collect my daughter. Hold on, my little songbird. I will free you from your cage. Yeah!
Don't hurt me!
You are not my little Yunhua.
No, she isn't. She's just a child from Grand Harvest Square. And now we have you, Yunsang. You're under arrest. Soldiers, bring him to me. I've been waiting for this day, Yunsang.
You used my love for my sunshine, my songbird, against me? No matter. I will not fall before these weak-willed fools. They are like saplings bending in the wind, but I am a tempest. I will break them.
Charge!
Fools.
He's not going down. Archers, fire at will.
Jen Wong, it was a mistake to spare you before. I am the wind. I am the fury. I'm not an evil man. Stand down and I will spare you. I am the wind. I am the fury.
You cannot do that right now.
Yunsang! I'm here! Damn. I guess I'll die by some other loser's hands. Jewel! Why are you here?
You think you can escape me so easily? Just don't die before I get my revenge. Hold my hand.
Jewel! Jewel!
Show's over, people! Give them room!
Jan Wong's a decent soldier, but he's not exactly the brightest guy around. The plan to capture Yunsang was flawed from the beginning, and his soldiers paid the price. And if you weren't there, we'd be talking about Jan Wong in the past tense. I always thought wandering warriors like you were more bluster than bite, but you are a fiend on the battlefield, my friend. I'm just glad you're on our side. Huh, and I've also never seen someone so damn focused. Outside of myself, that is. Finally got to file the We Got Yunsang report. Oh, that feels good. And I've asked that the blockade of Zaiwei be lifted. Yep, as soon as you want. I'm sure the people of Sky Petal Plains will give you a hero's send-off, knowing what you did for them. And now that Yunsang is behind bars, I'll be heading back to Zaiwei as well. Meet at the gates. I'll escort you into the city. They're under guard and soon to be escorted to the dungeon. You seem to know the lady. Feel free to speak to them if you wish. Don't see how it could hurt. You have my thanks, again.
A saber fang. Cage. And so it ends, warrior. Did you wish this upon me, the king of thieves? It was necessary to tell me you had my songbird when really all you had was some village crow? But if Yun was not here, then where is she? I have searched the mountains, the desert, the valley. She, like the sun, is gone, leaving me in eternal night. I should not have let her go. Every bird must take its first flight. She went to find treasure in the desert, and Jewel told me she found family instead. Her aunt, Yahara. But she must have found danger as well. Gil, my oldest friend, kin of my spirit, I thought he would protect her, but he is gone too. The fault rests in me. Do not try to console me, warrior. I have failed her. I deserve my fate. To be bested by that golden-tongued dandy Yu Chun, and to be imprisoned, all for the love and loss of my daughter.
What now, warrior?
But chains cannot bind me. I will find my light, my song.
What now, warrior? Curse both of you. You were a fool for helping Jan Wang. And Yunsang's a fool for falling for that obvious trap. And throwing himself in front of Yu Chun's swords? What did he think he was doing? Huh, I would have survived. And if Yunsang wouldn't have so bravely gotten himself wounded, he could have taken out Yu Chun, and neither of us would be here. But his heart is in the right place. You're another matter. I will not forget this betrayal. You may get your revenge, but I will have mine, warrior. Remember that.